Right, so let's also try to answer question 22. So it is saying solve the equation x to the power 2 is equal to 4, open bracket, x minus 3, then close the power 2. So to answer this question, we have to square both sides. Okay, so we have to square both sides. But remember, if we square both sides, this one here is going to cancel with this one here. But the square root of 4 can be both positive or negative, you remember that. But this one here can be cancelled with this one. So these are separate. In other words, we can write them as this. The square root of 4 multiplied by the square root of open bracket x minus 3, then close the power 2. We can write them in this way to make you understand what I'm talking about. So here we are going to have x, but here we are going to have plus or minus 2. That's the square root of 4. Then here we are going to have x minus 3. Okay. So from there we can have two equations. We can have an equation which is having positive 2, like this. We can also have an equation which is having negative 2, like this. So from here we can see that we can multiply 2 throughout what we have inside the brackets. So what are we going to have? X is going to be equal to 2x minus 6. When this one goes to the other side, or this one goes to the other side and this one goes to the other side, we're going to have 6, then 2x minus 1. So x is going to be equal to 6. That is for the first part. For the second part, we have x, which is going to be equal to negative 2x plus 6. So when this one goes to the other side, we are going to get 3x, because x plus 2x is 3x. Then this is 6. So x is going to be equal to 2. So we have two values here. We have x being equal to 2 and x being equal to 3. For the second question, the diagram shows the sketch of the graph of y being equal to negative 4x minus 2 minus x to the power 2, cutting the x-axis at a and b. Alright, so find the coordinates of a. So finding the coordinates of a, we have to find the value for x. So how are we going to find that? We know to say that in the x-axis y is equal to 0. Okay, so we need to say y is equal to 0. So if y is equal to 0, what are we going to have? We're going to have this. Then I can factorize what is common here. So negative x is common, then this is going to give us 4. Okay, then here what are we going to have? Okay, let me just do this to make things simple and straightforward. I want to take this one here, which is negative x to the power 2 to the other side, so that I leave negative x to this side here. Then see what we are going to have. So we're going to have something like this. Then this is negative, so I'm going to divide by x, even here by x, so that x is going to be equal to negative 4. As simple as that, isn't it? But in terms of the coordinates, since we know to say that at this point y is equal to 0, meaning to say a is going to be negative 4, 0. But if you find the value of x to be positive, meaning your answer is going to be wrong, because this is the negative side of x and this is the positive side of x. Then in the turning point of the graph, so the turning point of the graph, we can say x is going to be equal to negative b divided by 2a. So from this equation that we have, we can identify that the value of a is negative 1. The value of b is negative 4. Negative 4, negative 1. And this is going to give us 4 divided by negative 2, which is going to give us negative 2 as the value of x. So finding the value of y as the turning point, we're going to use the original formula. So y is going to be equal to negative 4, then open bracket negative 2, then negative 2 squared. So from there, we know to say that negative 4 multiplied by negative 2, that is positive 8. And this is going to give us what? It's going to give us 4. Positive 4. Positive 4 multiplied by negative, it is negative 4. And this is going to give us 4, which is positive. So in terms of the coordinates, we know to say that the coordinates, they can be written as x comma y. Okay, so x is going to be equal to, for the first part, that is negative 2, and then for the second part we have y, which is equal to positive 4. Then we are done.